Fine for the 15 minutes we waited for you.
Hey, it was 8 minutes.
Hey, 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 we're starting. All right. It's your host, Jordan Jackson. This is like at least my 11th time being on. And I'm going to introduce you to Colton. How many times have you been on?
This is my second time.
All right. Carlos.
First time, but I should have been on the first episode. Just had to go handle business.
Yeah, behind the scenes, there's an animated Carlos back when this was all animated. Derek.
I think this is my 5th or 6th time.
And Matt.
I mean, probably like my 10th. I don't freaking know, man.
There's only 12 episodes, man. You say you've been on every episode but 2?
I've won 5 and
All right.
lost like 3.
As you can see, I changed the show up a little bit, and it's all mapped out here on my little doohickey here. So let's get into it. And this week is touchdowns. We're gonna go left to right, or starting on the left, start back over. So Colton, you'll start. We'll get to Matt, and then we'll restart it. You'll each get 5 guesses, and name somebody in the top 20 for touchdowns since 2015. No quarterback, so no passing touchdowns. As I look for a highlighter. All right, Colton, go ahead. Give me somebody. Give me a name.
Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams is... Well, this is based off of last week, so no one should be that different. Devontae Adams was second with 75 touchdowns. Carlos?
Damn, bro. I'll say Chris Godwin.
Chris Godwin. Psh. Nope, no Chris Godwin. Derek?
Go Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry is third at 73. Matt?
Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce is ninth. 61 touchdowns. Colton? Move this.
Tyreek Hill.
Put that right there. Tyreek Hill is 8th. 64 touchdowns. Carlos?
George Kittle.
George Kittle is not on here.
Oh my God.
It's all the tight ends, bro. All right, Derek.
Go Ezekiel Elliott.
Ezekiel Elliott is 4th. 72 touchdowns. Matt?
Julio Jones.
Julio Jones
I know he missed some time.
is always
but...
hurt, so he's not on here.
Ah.
Colton?
Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones is 11th. 57 touchdowns. Carlos? Don't say a tight end.
Nick
I'll give
Chubb.
you a hint. Nick Chubb is 19th. 47
I was
touchdowns.
going to say Nick Chubb, too. Dang it.
Derek?
Go Alvin Kamara.
Alvin Kamara is 6th. 67 touchdowns. Matt?
Gronk.
Retired, so he's not on here.
What do you mean
no,
retired? You just said most touchdowns since 2015.
No. I'm not saying because he's retired he's not on here. I'm saying because he retired a full year, he's not on here because he don't have enough touchdowns. Is what I was saying. All right, Colton. Yeah, might put the timer on here.
I'm running out of guys. Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook is 20 with 46 touchdowns. Carlos?
I'm going to go with Thielen.
Adam Thielen is 16th with 51 touchdowns.
All right.
Derek?
I'll just take my guess. I'm going to go Tyler Lockett.
Tyler Lockett is
That was my next
18th.
I was going to say that next, bro. I was literally about to say that. Oh, my
48
gosh.
touchdowns. Matt?
Did anybody say D-Hop yet?
Hold on real quick. DeAndre Hopkins? is 10th. 60 touchdowns. All right, everybody. This is your last guess. Colton?
McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey
He hurt too much.
is also hurt
He's
too
on that
much.
freaking list.
Yeah.
I was about to say, if he's on that list, I'm gonna be so mad.
Carlos?
Man. I hate to say it, but the only name that's coming to mind is Debo Samuel.
Debo Samuel is not on here.
Like,
Derek?
This is tough. Hollywood Brown.
What'd you say?
Hollywood Brown.
Hollywood Brown is
Yeah.
not on here. Matt?
What about AJ Brown?
AJ Brown is also not on here.
Yeah. I know
But
that one.
Antonio Brown is on here.
What about Mark Andrews?
Who?
Mark Andrews?
Mark Andrews is not on here. Here, I'll go from the ones you didn't
That's
guess.
actually surprising.
I'll go from the bottom. So you guys did not get Amari Cooper at 17th, Latavius Murray at 15th, Stephon Diggs
No
at
one was gonna get
14, Mark Ingram at 13, Antonio Brown was 12, Mike Evans, the other Bucks receiver, 7, Melvin
I
Gordon,
think Tom Brady.
5.
Why does he-
And do you guys know who's number 1?
Cooper
Todd
Kupp.
Gurley.
It is Todd Gurley at 79 touchdowns. To this
He's
day,
jobless. This man is jobless.
yeah, at this moment, he is still number 1 since 2015.
I'm
Wait,
sick.
what was the beginning? How many touchdowns? Like you say, top 17?
No, I said top 20.
Oh, I thought you said top 70, bro. I was like, that is a big number, bro.
Yeah,
I was like,
right.
yeah.
All right, let's jump into the actual categories now. And this one's for everybody. The whole Ben Simmons saga. Looks like Colton's still cooking. So, Carlos, you want to start this? What do you got to say on Ben Simmons? Should he get traded? Should he stay there? What do you think is the best move? Oh my God.
I think the best move for the team is to get rid of him because this man has no interest in playing ball. All he cares about is his social life. But for him, as long as he stay in the league and go wherever he go, he's still gonna collect a check. But for the benefit of the team, if you got a player that has as many fouls as points, he gotta go. His defensive effort is trash. He still doesn't have a jump shot. He's not doing anything to improve. He's just taking up space.
Okay, all right. Matt, you want to pick it up from there?
Yeah, I think that Ben Simmons, I agree with you, Carlos. He just needs to get out of there. He has no interest in the NBA at all. I feel like he's just so I think he just cashed out his check and just left Philadelphia hanging. Ben Simmons, what would he be traded for though? Like a bag of potato chips, or would he just be sent back to the Australian basketball league? I don't know, man, but definitely pulling a Draymond Green stat. Draymond had more foul outs and fouls in the finals than 10 points in the NBA finals last year. So yeah, Ben Simmons, I don't even think he needs to be in the NBA. He just doesn't seem mentally or physically right now.
All right, Derek.
Yeah, so I traded, I don't know because I don't see any team actually trying to trade for him because he seems pretty much useless. In the playoffs, he was cleared to play and he chose to sit on the bench the entire series. And when he showed up to the arena, he would show up in bright colors when their team is black and white. So not only did he sit on the bench making the fans angry, he stood out like a sore thumb. And now, he has 17 fouls and 14 points or something like that. But that was the last I heard. He had more fouls than points. And that's just ridiculous. Like, who's going to trade for him? the fact that he can post all these videos in the like gym with like rec league players just balling out on him, and then he gets in the NBA game and just sucks. Like it's all mental.
All right.
Pass the ball, pass the ball. Did you hear Kyrie?
Yeah.
Or shoot it. That's what he's saying. Shoot it.
All right, Colton, you want to finish this topic?
Or I think the whole Nets organization is kind of a dumpster fire right now. So, but I don't see somebody training for a guy that hasn't played in like 10 years and can't hit a three, when he's the only person on the court. I think the Nets should just cut him, let him go, pay him his little check that he gets for getting cut, and then let someone else deal with him.
All right. Somebody raise their hand. All right, I see Matt's hand first. All right, ready, Matt? You got 30 seconds to talk on this. I'll let you read it first. Actually, I'll read it for you. Damian
Yeah, because
Damian Lillard could lead his deepest playoff run yet, which would mean one win in the Western Conference would be the furthest he's ever gotten. So, go ahead, speak on that. 30 seconds.
Wait, I'm kind of confused. One win in the Western Conference in the playoffs. That's what he has.
Hold on. Oh, what's going on here? Yeah, no. The first he's made it is the Western Conference Final. So his furthest, yeah. But he got swept.
Okay.
So
yeah,
30 seconds.
It's still early in the season. I still don't trust the Portland Trailblazers like fully right now. I just feel like they don't even still have the depth. They're just, I just don't have a lot of trust. We'll just have to see later in the season. That's just how I feel on it. But Damian Lillard is that guy, and he's always been in the discussion to be that guy. I think, he's one of those players that could fit in any system. It's him and Steph Curry, those two players that could fit in any system in the NBA and still dominate. So we can see. We'll see.
All right. And it looks like I mapped my buttons two on the same thing. So.
Oh, there goes Cole. Oh, there goes Carlos.
All right. There we go. And I think I see Derek's hand up next. So, are you ready?
Yeah.
I guess this ties in what we just talked about. But is Brooklyn broken beyond repair? 30 seconds.
I think that they're not. I don't think Steve Nash was good of a coach. He didn't have that dog in him, so he couldn't lay into his players. He never really got mad, except for this season when he was being escorted out of the arena. But yeah, I feel like it starts from head, like coach down, which we all know what happened there. And then Kevin Durant and Kyrie aren't always on the same page. So with them not always on or even on the same court, like they played 55 games together total last season or something like that, and that includes the playoffs. And when your star players aren't playing, you're not going to win games.
All right, Carlos, I'll give you 30 seconds to read yours. The Cavs is real.
Read it to me.
Oh, okay. Wait, I'll just read it anyways. Cavs are contenders with Donovan Mitchell. And you got till the 2-minute mark.
No, the Cavs are not contenders. They're not contenders with Donovan Mitchell. If we're going to be entirely honest, the East used to just be LeBron versus everybody in the East, but now the East is way too deep. You got the Bucks. The Nets could still be a problem. You got the Celtics, who are really killing it. I'm not going to lie to you. Philly is a problem. And I just don't see the Cavs being able to do whatever it is they need to do to win games. They got Donovan Mitchell and two other people who can average, maybe 16 points a game? I just don't see it.
How about the Bulls?
The Bulls is also a problem, but I don't think they contend as much as the other teams. Maybe more than the Nets, as long as their chemistry is on par. Like, as long as their chemistry supersedes the Nets' chemistry, I think they could take him. But from
You're
like
cutting into Colton's time,
on
bro.
paper, damn, go ahead.
Colton, is John Morant? Is the MVP John Morant's to lose?
I don't know. You got Giannis with the Bucks. You got plenty of dudes. You got Embiid still going to be a contender. I think he's definitely a top 3 contender for it, and I wouldn't be shocked at all if he won it. But I think he's got some heavy competition for it.
Okay, all right. And I gotta do it, man. How you gonna name off these MVP contenders, but not name off the back-to-back? Did I see
That's
some
just
hands there?
bias, Jordan. That's
No,
just bias.
bro. How you gonna have an MVP conversation and then leave off the guy who won it 2 times in a row?
Because it ain't happening a third time, and that's for sure. NBA is too political.
All right.
I'm gonna say something. Yeah, the Cavaliers are contenders.
Yeah, they are. All I'm saying is if John Morant wins MVP, I win that match against Christian that one time. What, 2 times ago? When I got Jude out of it because Matt scored me going off the wall.
Hey, take that up with Matt, man. He was the co-host, bro.
I'm pretty sure you said if John Morant. There's been so many times that you said if this happens, I'll go back and you'll win this match.
I said
All
that?
I'm saying is,
Yes.
if John Morant wins MVP, I hope he never does the weird gritty that he does ever again. Gosh, I'll never. It's just so cringe.
All right. Here's a new one, right? No picking the same, so you all have to be different. Who has the least amount of points? Matt, you get the first pick. What was the biggest trade? And give me your reason why.
I need to see that. Let me see. The biggest trade, like what I think is going to be the most impactful out of these teams.
However you want to take it.
I'm going to say Bradley Chubb to the Dolphins, man. I can't believe the Broncos got rid of Bradley Chubb, and the Dolphins definitely got better off of that. Bradley Chubb is just a beast on the defensive end, and he was like, and it even showed, like, even with half of our defense being out, he still put such a huge impact on the defense. So it's going to be interesting for the Dolphins. They just got better on the defensive end, as if they're not already great on the offensive end. So I'm going to say Bradley Chubb to the Dolphins.
All right. I think Colton is right behind you in points. You see this? Or do you already know some trades?
I can't see what the thing is, and the only one I can think of is Christian McCaffrey trade, and that is definitely not the biggest one.
Great trade.
Any answer, bro, you want to go with? You just can't pick Bradley Chubb.
All right. Who got traded?
Here, I'll just list off the names: T.J. Hawkinson, Chase Claypool, William Jackson, Bradley Chubb, Chase Edmonds, Jeff Wilson, Calvin Ridley, Jacob Martin, Naheem Hines, Rashad Fenton, Dean Marlowe.
I would say the most interesting one to me is the Calvin Ridley, because they're basically saying, we know we're not going to win this year, but we're going to load up for next year. And this he's on 2 years rest now, so he should be, able-bodied, ready to come back. And I just think Calvin Ridley had a whole lot of potential before he took off that year and then got suspended. I think he's a legit number 1 guy, so I'm interested to see him in Jacksonville.
Okay. Let's see, 12 to... All right, Derek, what's your pick?
So I'm going to go TJ Hawkinson to the Vikings. The Lions are giving up a young tight end that is probably top 10. He is good at blocking. He's good at receiving. He's athletic. He's quick. And the Vikings are just adding another piece to their already really good offense. And it's just going to make Kirk Cousins look better than he is. And, even though he's Mr. Average, he's still got all these stars around him. You got Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, who, after that injury, I don't know how serious that is, but Adam TJ Hawkinson just is just going to add another weapon to it. And the Vikings have a pretty easy second half of their schedule. So they're going to be going into the playoffs and now going to be pushing to contend for that NFC spot in the Super Bowl. And TJ Hawkinson could be that piece that they were missing to make them that elite team.
Okay. And Carlos, take your pick. Or any trade, any NFL trade.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a Niners fan, so I'm going to go ahead and discuss the Christian McCaffrey trade. I don't know if I already talked about this, but I'll go with it anyway. I think that's a great trade for the Niners because, first off, that's a win team. That's a win-now team. Jimmy Garoppolo might not be the quarterback, but he has led them to the big he has led them to the big game, and he's led them past some phenomenal teams. And if you add Christian McCaffrey to the mix, maybe we get another receiver in there. That might just be the mix we need to get the offense where it needs to be in order to win those big games because the defense is already there.
Okay, all right. And I know I preach unbiased here, but I also preach fairness also. It equaled out. You got a question, Derek?
No, I just want to throw in that I think, we got a Packers fan in here. We got a Titans fan in here. We got a Rams fan in here. And I think we all lost the trade deadline because none of us made any moves. Or, the Packers are lacking on offense. The Titans are missing a receiver. Like, we just have no receivers. They're probably the worst receiving core in the country. And then the Rams are missing something. Their offense just isn't clicking. So I think all of our teams just lost the trade deadline.
I don't not agree with that.
What just happened to Carlos?
I mapped the buttons with there's two buttons that are mapped the same, and I was trying to fix it. But is Matt muted or something?
Yeah.
All right. Well, while he's figuring that out, let's move on. Packer fan. This represent y'all pretty well.
I don't know. I don't like everyone's upset we're not trading for a receiver. I'm not sure there was a receiver worth trading for. Like the Bears picked up Claypool. That's cool. Dude's made 3 catches this year. Like awesome. If we could have got like a guy like DJ Moore from Carolina, would have been ecstatic about that. But I just didn't see anybody that hadn't already been traded that was still worth like going to try to get.
Okay. All right. Carlos, you want to go from there?
Hello.
All right,
Can you
there
hear
you
me?
go. Yeah, I hear you.
He's back. Nah, I'm honestly, if I was a Packers fan, I'd be mad right now because we don't know how much longer Aaron Rodgers got. We have a pretty solid defense. Our offense is terrible in the short game, and we have a fire running back. We have a nasty running back combo. We need to get some receivers out there, but like he said, I don't know if there was anybody for them who was really worth trading for.
Okay. Derek?
Yeah, so I'm going to disagree with Carlos and Colton about no receivers worth trading for. I feel like you could take a second or third receiver on just about any team, and they'd be better than the Packers receivers right now, besides the Titans. But yeah, you got Romeo Dobbs is like, Alan Lazard is your best receiver, but he's not a true number 1. He might not even be a true number 2. Romeo Dobbs has hands of butter, like dropping passes left and right. And then you're telling me Brandon Cooks. Most likely, you could have traded for Brandon Cooks. Texans are in a rebuild. I don't know if they were offering him up, but you can make a pretty trade to get Brandon Cooks on your team. You got Elijah Moore, who already came out and said he wanted to be traded from the Jets. Like Colton said, DJ Moore, you could have tried to make a trade for him. Christian McCaffrey was traded, so why not trade more of your stars? So I think there are receivers out there that they could have pushed to get, and they just didn't even try. And Aaron Rodgers is just going to be mad all season.
All right, Matt?
I agree. The Packers fans should be mad that they didn't trade for a wide receiver. Blah 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 blah. But honestly, who cares? Like, who really cares? Obviously, the Packers fans care, but like, Aaron Rodgers has not been happy with the Packers organization. He should have left when he had the chance. And I kind of just seen this coming when what's his face got traded to the Raiders. That's all I say. Like, it's unfortunate, but I think Aaron Rodgers should have left when he had the chance. He literally was unhappy with the organization.
Anybody know the name of the guy Matt was thinking of?
Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't think of his name at the moment.
All right, we're moving on to the Laker fan.
Who?
All right, which team winning? This team or the other team that started off 0-5, which is this year's Lakers?
All right, let's not even play this game. We know that on paper, the current Lakers team is beating this team. Y'all couldn't even probably name the Lakers team, the people on the Lakers that are on that picture right there.
Sir.
Yeah,
I know these guys. What are you talking about?
I know.
Stop lying to me. Stop lying to
I
me.
know 5 of the 6.
Oh,
But
right?
the problem is more of a chemistry thing and less of a skill set thing. We could use some help on the bench, which is why I think we put Russ there. But I do think that Lakers right now is beating the Lakers-led Kobe team right here. It just hurts my heart to see that they're both 0-5.
Oh, we got an extra point because the thing glitched out. But, all right, Boston guy, what do you got to say on this? Which 0-5 team winning? Let's say a 7-game series, make it more fun.
7-game series?
Yeah.
Man, if it was just one game, like beginning of the season, I'm taking Kobe, man. I'm taking Kobe because, you had confidence. As bad as they started off 0-5, you had confidence on Kobe's team. You got Jalen freaking waving off freaking Kobe for game winners. You got Nick Young. He's freaking splashing threes and missing them as he's turning around. Carlos Boozer, he's a vet. He really ain't do nothing. And then Julius Randle, that's my guy right there, man.
What
7-game
was that,
series.
Carlos? He named them all.
I didn't name far left. I know far left though. I feel like I know far
Hey,
left.
nah,
Is that
he
Michael
just
Beasley?
No.
whoa, relax.
That's
Jordan Hill, stop playing
Yeah,
with him.
Jordan Hill.
Jordan Hill. Yeah, that's who I was thinking. But you know, Kobe, man. I just feel like this current Lakers team is just doesn't fit. They literally have 0 shooters, and that is like LeBron's golden ticket to the finals every year is just to have 2 good shooters on a team, and he doesn't have one. But they have made improvements with Westbrook coming off the bench. I like seeing Westbrook coming off the bench,
All right.
even though it's hard to see.
Colton, you want to go on this one? Need the picture
Yeah.
bigger?
Yeah, blow it up.
Whoop. As we see, Jordan Hill, Nick Young, Jeremy Lin, Kobe, Julius Randle, Carlos Boozer.
Man, give me Kobe and Jeremy Lin. Like, I would just love to see Linsanity go crazy on LeBron and Westbrook. And then Kobe with no knees giving them 60 a game.
Matt, is your camera off?
Oh, I thought it was on. My bad.
Okay.
Can I say something too?
You
Whenever.
decide, Derek. Do you want to go first, or you want to let him say something?
He could say something.
Nah, I just gotta say, Anthony Davis, man, have you seen him go up for rebounds twice? And this dude's back is broken, man. He went up for 2 rebounds against Denver and freaking couldn't even stand up. He was he was about to poop himself, man. But
It looks like he's finna go down after every play.
dude, Anthony Day-to-Day Davis.
All right, Derek, you ready?
Yeah, so I think this current Lakers team is trying to lose games to either send away Russ or try to get like a good pick in the draft. I don't know if LeBron's heart is in it anymore. It probably hasn't been in the last couple of years, but he seems to like not care going out in the fourth quarter when the game's on the line and then blaming it on Russ and the rest of the team is kind of a bad look for LeBron, who I still put above Kobe. But out of these two teams, I'm still taking this year's team. Pat Beverly's shutting down Jeremy Lin. If he's guarding Kobe probably only dropping 30, 32.
Only.
But who's stopping LeBron on this team? Like, if Kobe's going against LeBron, then that's going to be a battle back and forth. If you put Julius Randle, that was what Julius Randle's rookie or second year.
Rookie.
So rookie year. So he's not stopping LeBron. Carlos Boozer's old in this, and he had a bad back. He was wore out. Jordan Hill. Who is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's Jordan Hill?
Hey, Jordan Hill was that guy, man.
He's Andre Blatch's cousin, sir.
And then Nick Young is basically Russ.
With a jump shot, let's admit that.
Every other game.
All right. I took a point away because Lakers have no draft picks. Ain't that right, Carlos?
Oh.
We're trying to trade to get some, or we should at
we're
least.
trying to trade Russ to build up for the
So,
draft.
if the Lakers tank this year, that first round draft pick goes to the Pelicans.
All right, let's reverse the order. Derek, go ahead, start it off, and we're gonna do 30 seconds on this. So one of the trades they're talking about was Russ for Clarkson, Conley, Rudy Gay. Will that save the Lakers?
So I don't think it would save the Lakers completely, but I think it would put them in a better spot. Rudy Gay coming off the bench to replace LeBron would be a nice little fit because he is older, but he got ball. He loves ball. Mike Conley is I said ball, not ball.
I'm just
Mike
looking
Conley-
at Matt's face.
Mike Conley's a
Lance
shooter.
Armstrong, man.
But, who was the last guy? Jordan Clarkson?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a good six man, so I think I would do it.
All right, I'll give you some time because we cut you off a little bit. But Colton, what do you got to say on that?
I'd say that'd be a good trade. I don't know if that saves them, puts them in the playoffs, but for what Westbrook's been, that's probably more than what he's worth in return. So if they could pull the trigger on that, I'd say do it.
Okay, Matt.
What I have to say about that, Danny Ainge would be smoking crack to give up these three players for Russell Westbrook, and the amount of what he's put into the Lakers organization, Westbrook, he just really hasn't produced enough to make that much of a trade value with these three players in the trade talks. But if they ended up doing the trade, yeah, absolutely, this would make them a better team. Jordan Clarkson's this six man of the year candidate. Every year, did he win six man? I don't remember, but and Mike Conley, he's always been in my opinion, even though he's getting older, the most underrated point guard in the Western Conference his whole career.
Bro, you're way over the 30, man.
Oh, I didn't even know we had 30. I didn't even see it. I'm on my phone, man. I'm not even on my iPad right now. So everything is so tiny. So my apologies, but yes, it would help LA.
All right, Carlos.
Yeah, it would help us. I'm not gonna say it would save us and put us in contention, but if we could rotate two defensive big men, assuming Anthony Davis drinks from the fountain of youth or something, he needs some help. And then we get Jordan Clarkson back, that would be fire. Mike Conley, I agree with Matt, has always been underappreciated as a point guard in the West. He's always been that guy. And it would give us some youth in Jordan Clarkson as something to build around for the future because we don't have a lot of that on this team.
Okay, but you did go over.
You're saying I got 2 points off of my take?
He's a hater.
I gave you 1 point off.
I had 24 points.
Now you have 26.
I said, yeah, that's what I said. You gave me 2 points off my take?
You were going way over. I couldn't give you points after the 30 seconds.
I guess that makes sense. Sorry.
All right. And what is the next one? All right. Warriors are 0-5, or no, I think it's 0-4. 0-4 on away games. How worrying is that? Derek, you want to start this one? I don't think you started, did he?
Yeah, I don't think it's too much of a worry. They're going to get it together. They started slow last season. They started slow the season before.
We'll do 30 again also. But go ahead.
But Steph Curry's going to be Steph Curry. The the biggest worry with the Warriors, I would say, is the in locker room dilemmas between Draymond and Jordan Poole. Probably got solved after that punch. Draymond might be more focused on the podcast that he's running. Yeah, I want to be too worried about this. I mean, the Sixers started 0-3 and looked like they were down bad, but it's the beginning of the season.
All right. Colt, you want to go on this?
Sure. It's way too much season to be tripping about your record too much right now, especially with a team that just won a championship. Like, I think they'll be okay. Like, Steph Curry will figure that out. Whether Draymond gets it together or not, I don't know, but there's too much talent, and it's way too early in the season to panic.
All right. Carlos?
Look, they got Steph, they got Thompson, they got the young bull, and nobody's worried about Draymond Green tripping out or punching people in the face. Honestly, I done been to crazier practices. They grown, they figured it out. They gonna be all right. Nobody's worried about that. Too much season left.
All right. Matt, finish it off. And there is
Yeah,
30 seconds.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, way too early in the season. But I agree with you, Derek. Just weird in locker room issues. Draymond Green is just like kissing LeBron's feet on the sideline. I love you, LeBron. On the set, like he's obviously wants to go to the freaking Lakers, man. But it's too early, man. Steph Curry's gonna be Steph Curry. Wiggins is gonna do Wiggins things. Draymond's gonna be airballing layups, fouling out in the third quarter. Thompson, he'll just stay inconsistent, but they'll be fine. It's too early, man.
All right. Moving on. This is a team one, so we'll do the left side against the right side. So Colton and Carlos versus Matt and Christian.
Disrespect me again.
Yeah, I don't,
Man,
sorry.
about
I don't know why I called you Christian. All right. I was gonna let Carlos and Colton go first, but all right, now you guys can go first.
Expand that for me. I can't read.
You don't gotta agree with the list, but let's do it like this. You guys pick a guy, they'll pick a guy, you guys pick a guy. We'll have teams of 3, and whoever has the better 3 will win this. All right. So who are you drafting?
How many seconds do we have to discuss the guy?
30 seconds. Go ahead.
All right. So I say we go AI or Carmelo first.
No. I'm going. I gotta go. Carl, man. I gotta go. Carl Malone.
All right, we can get Karl Malone down well.
You guys taking Carl?
Yeah.
All right, Carl. All right, Matt. All right, not Matt. Colton, Carlos. Who you guys want?
Iverson's the most attractive one for me.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Since they said Karl Malone, I do want to go with Charles Barkley. Just so we can have somebody to match up and beat him up. Charles is a dog, but I do like Allen Iverson. I'm gonna go with Allen.
All right, AI. And
should we take Charles?
Ooh, no.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking.
T-Mac. I want to go T-Mac.
I don't want to go T-Mac.
Whoa.
He's always hurt, man. I want to go.
Stop going for my picks.
I want to go. Let's do Charles, man. Let's do Chet.
Just take big men.
Yeah.
You guys are a team here. All right, what do you got to say?
What do you think?
I mean,
I did the first pick. I did the
that
first pick.
puts
You
him
do.
in a tough
You do.
spot. What about Reggie Miller?
You take
You're
this
a
pick.
shooter.
I'm fine with whatever.
I need your
You're running out of time.
What do you think? 5 seconds. Reggie or
I
Chuck?
would. I want to say
All right, we'll
Chris
go
Paul,
Charles.
man. Chris
We're going Charles.
Charles? Chuck.
Yeah.
What are you guys going with? Who you got? Who you got? Hey, and also, all right, let me take the clock off. I just unlocked polls, so I'll put this up on a poll on YouTube. See if anyone votes on this. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna lie. I think they drunk. My man said T-Mac. He should have went with T-Mac. T-Mac is the problem.
I'm 100% good with T-Mac.
All right, T-Mac it is. Okay. New 30. Who you taking?
What do you think, Matt? There's a lot of shooters.
Yeah. Dude, I would literally just go 1, 2, 3, but like Elgin Baylor is like.
I don't know how good he is. I don't know anything about him.
Dude, man,
I'll just throw this out here. Smitty's not pointing this. All right.
Let's do Reggie. We'll do Reggie.
Reggie. And now, final pick, guys. Who you taking? Oh yeah, new 30.
Kind of
All
like
right.
in Dominique or Ewing, just because we don't have a big man yet. But
That
maybe
was
we
gonna be
just
my
go small.
point. I was thinking we could either get Patrick, or if we just get another shooter on the team, then we could just outshoot them boys. So either Patrick or Melo. What you thinking?
3 seconds.
Melo.
All right.
All right.
Melo.
So I had to say something.
All right. Here's how I'll point this. If these were the 3 best players on a team that was trying to contest, I think I'm giving it to Matt and Derek. Which players I think are more popular? Definitely Carlos and Colton. Who do I think people would want to see have rings more? Well, everyone hates Karl Malone, so that's also Colton and Carlos. Who would play together? I think that's who plays better together. I think that's definitely Carl and Chuck with Reggie. And deciding factor here. Matt and Derek's team was definitely closer to doing it, seeing how Melo and T-Mac never made it out of the first round. Well, Melo did once. AI got to the finals, but everybody on Matt and Derek's team made it to the finals. So, all right. I thought that was done pretty fairly. All right. Sorry, I lost my place. Okay. And each of you get to pick one of these. Who has the least amount of points? Matt.
Yeah. Can you
What's the biggest quarterback disaster? And once Matt picks one, no one can pick the other one. Or no one can pick that one.
Let's say Matt Ryan to the Colts, man.
All right.
Do you want me to discuss why, or do you want me to just like say it?
Yeah, go ahead. Take like a minute.
Yeah, I say Matt Ryan to the Colts because we're talking about a MVP caliber quarterback that was once in Atlanta, now like literally just destroyed the Colts. Even worse. I can't really talk about anybody else on that list, but yeah, Matt Ryan is just a disaster, man. And Derek, you called it. Every year they say the Colts are going to be the best team in the NFL.
What is that look
AFC,
on his face?
Definitely always just a flop. That's all I got to say about that.
All right, Carlo. Oh, actually, Colton. You got next pick? Besides Matt Ryan, what do you got?
I say it has to be Russ to the Broncos. I mean, for what the Broncos gave up to get this guy, for him to perform the way he has, that's the biggest L of the season. Like, offense is terrible. Defense is keeping them in games. Every game they've won, have they even scored 30 points this year? Like, it's tragic to watch that offense, and it's really disappointing because it's not lacking talent. It's like they got plenty of talent on the outside. They lost Javonte Williams, which hurts. But just with what they do have, the offense should not be that bad. And part of that could be Nathaniel Hackett being the first-time head coach and not really knowing how to handle all of that. But Russell Wilson is always, every preseason, it's like, oh, Russell Wilson has a good chance of the MVP this year, and then never gets a vote.
Okay, all right. And then Matt and Carlos are tied. Carlos is the new one here, so you can. Oh wait, hold up. It's between Derek and Carlos, and Carlos has less points. What do you got, Carlos? Who you taking? Wentz or Baker?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna talk about Baker. You said I got a minute.
Yep.
Baker wasn't. He did a little something here and there in Cleveland. On the Panthers, he ain't doing shit. He drowning. He got that one. He got that one nice pass to Moore. I'll give him that. That was a fire pass. You got all these other receivers you can't give the ball to. You got an O-line that can't protect them for anything. My man is. You remember when Phillip Rivers was just throwing interceptions left and right? Like, who is he throwing to? Who is my man throwing to? He can't figure it out.
Okay. What were you done?
Nah, and they got rid of Christian McCaffrey. I think they picked my man up, got rid of their best player, and now they're just lost. They don't know what to do anymore.
Okay. All right, Derek. Why is Carson Wentz the worst one of this?
So Carson Wentz went over to the Commanders. Not really much hype around him, but he was supposed to at least lead the Commanders to a decent season, maybe 8-9, 9-8, hopefully a playoff contention. He beat the Jags. It's the Jags. Then he lost and lost and lost. Taylor Heineke comes in. Now they're winning. Taylor Heineke beat the Packers. Taylor Heineke's on a 3-game win streak. They gave up all those picks and stuff for a quarterback that is now on the bench and watching the quarterback that they had last year win games. Carson Wentz could have hit Terry McLaurin if Terry McLaurin was the only person on the field. Taylor Heineke can't.
I need some reassurance here, but wasn't Carson Wentz the one who played in that Thursday night game against the Bears? Right? I'm not just making that up, right? He won the first
like
game
2
of
weeks
these
ago?
three, right? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
No, he got injured like 3 weeks ago, I thought.
I swear, because he laid out
I think he
Roquan
got
Smith.
injured. He got injured in that game, and that's how Taylor Heineke got in.
All right, I won't dock you, but I swear.
He played most of the game.
All right.
But again, that game was what, 17-12 or something like that.
He won though.
Thursday night games suck.
All right, this is the
I gotta
last
say
one.
something. One more thing. Russell Wilson just had nothing but receivers and running backs with bricks his hands, man. He'll throw right in the pocket and they just drop it. And Jerry Jeudy, he's been such a flop this season. He's disappointed me so much.
Russell Wilson's
like
the
I
only
said,
one not benched.
That's fair.
huh?
Russell Wilson's the
That's
only
true.
one not benched. Yeah.
I didn't hear you. Everybody kept talking, and he was like, "What? Russell
He's the
Wilson's
only one not
what?
benched yet.
Benched?
Yeah, because the other three got benched.
Sutton did?
No, Matt Ryan got benched for Ellinger. PJ Walker starts in Carolina.
Oh, I
and
see.
Taylor
I
Heineke
thought you were
starts
talking
in
about like the
Washington.
receivers and everything. Makes sense.
All right, but before we move on, also the next question is the last one before someone gets eliminated. Before we move on, I know Matt got his pick. Who would you have picked, Derek? Russ?
Yeah, I probably would have picked Matt Ryan.
Okay. Carlos?
I was definitely gonna go with Baker because I talk mess to the Panthers all the time.
Colton?
I probably would have stuck with Russ.
All right. Let's move on. I know what Derek will say. You guys can pick the same ones here, but let's go from left to right. Who's the best running back in the NFL? Colton, go ahead. If you don't agree with these four, pick whoever you want to pick.
When healthy, Jonathan Taylor is the best running back in the NFL. Really? He ran 1,800 yards last year. What are you talking about? He was a walking touchdown.
Okay. I'm being fair here. All right. Was that it? You didn't have any more?
I mean, look at last season. He rushed for 1,800 yards, like 18 touchdowns. Is a weapon in the passing game still. Like, and he's doing that with loaded boxes. Like, they're doing 8, 9-man boxes against him. They know they're running the ball. He's still getting 5 to 6 yards to carry.
All right, man. Okay. Who you got, Carlos?
I'm still gonna go with King Henry, but that's really because Christian McCaffrey's always hurt. Saquon is always hurt. I'm who was the last one?
On there is Nick
Nick,
Chubb.
Nick Chubb is a beast, but for majority of the time he was sharing the ball with Kareem Hunt, and that's why I'm going with Derrick Henry simply because King Henry. And yeah, they load on the box up against him, and he's still just smacking everybody left and right. And they have no one to pass to, so their only option is to run the ball.
Okay. Derek?
My answer is Derrick Henry. It's clear cut. No other option. Jonathan Taylor took 2 weeks to pass Derrick Henry in rushing yards last season. Derrick Henry led the league in rushing yards until week 10 when he got hurt in the first half of week 8. So that explains Jonathan Taylor. Derrick Henry just beat the Texans, not the Titans. Derrick Henry beat the Texans. Malik Willis threw for 55 yards. Derrick Henry rushed for 219 and 2 touchdowns. Without Derrick Henry, the Titans are probably a 2-16 right now. The Colts with Jonathan Taylor, what 3 and 1? Yeah, I think it's 3-1 or something like that. They're not good. Jonathan Taylor doesn't win them games. Saquon, he's balling out this year, but he's hurt. Nick Chubb he doesn't get enough reps to show what he can truly do. So we don't know if he's as good as Derrick Henry because he splits carries. So they mix it up too much. Derrick Henry's just consistently great. He has 75 touchdowns in the last 6 years. He is one of 3 running backs to have 6 200-yard games with 2 touchdowns. 3 running backs have done that. Derrick Henry has done it, and he still has at least 3 more good years on him. He rushed for 2,000 yards, was on pace to demolish the record last season. He might not hit 2K this year, but I think he has another 2K season in him. I'll end it there.
All right. Matt, is there any words left in the dictionary to use?
I don't know. I'm just gonna say Derrick Henry. I mean, it's pretty clear cut. He's been the best running back in the NFL for the past 2 or 3 years now, and I agree with you, Derek. He's kind of like the only running back that is like truly carrying a team. So that's what I could say. But if Christian McCaffrey can stay healthy, I would say he could be the best in terms of versatility, because he's always in there with receiving and rushing yards. We'll just have to see. Christian McCaffrey just needs to stay healthy.
All right, and not that my pick would have meant anything this year, like just going off of this year, I feel like Saquon's been the best just this year off of stats.
That's a good pick. Yeah.
Who could be? Josh Jacobs is having some crazy games this year, but the Raiders suck, so no one's kind of talking about him. But
Okay.
all right, Matt.
Good pick though. Yeah.
Looks like your journey ends here. Any final words?
Peace. Yeah, I gotta go watch the Celtics game. Peace out, y'all.
All right. And of course, the button don't want to work now. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, that son of a Matt! Turn your camera on at least. All right. All right. Next question. Steve Nash is fired. We all know that now. What do you got to say about that? Colton, you can go first. You got the lowest amount. You're fighting for your life here.
I said it earlier. The Nets are a dumpster fire right now. Good for Steve Nash. Go chill at home. Go look at your MVP trophies and just bask in your previous glory instead of dealing with all these prima donnas that got traded and signed to your team and you either don't play or barely play, don't want to play. I think, honestly, I don't think Steve Nash was walking out of that building feeling like he failed. He probably was walking out of that building with a skip in his step.
All right, Carlos, as a former Laker, are you hurt by this?
No, because I think from the jump he was just put in a bad situation. He's an excellent player, but he didn't have any real prior coaching experience. And they threw him in a situation where it's a win now team. And there's a lot of personalities that he has to manage. And I don't necessarily think he's used to doing something like that. Like, he's a good guy, but he's not someone that can reel in all these different personalities. He's not someone that can light a fire under you to get you to do what you need to do. Ben Simmons is a perfect example. And then Kyrie doing weird things, thinking the earth is flat is my other example of that.
All right. All right. Derek?
Yeah, like I said earlier, Steve Nash doesn't have that dog. The head coach, he can't get mad. Yeah, it's kind of more of like a oh, let's be friends type of coach. He didn't really make any positive moves for the Nets. I mean, he got Kyrie and KD there. I don't even know if he was the head coach at that time when they came. But bringing Ben Simmons on was probably the biggest mistake you could make. Getting swept by the Celtics, kind of surprising he even made it to this season after getting swept in the first round of last year's playoffs. I would have thought he got fired either then or in the off season. But I'm sure he'll find a spot as an assistant coach or something somewhere and get to learn and build his coaching career up a little more than what it is now.
Okay. And my mistake, there is one more before the next person's eliminated. If this is really the end for Matt Ryan, what do you got to say on his career? Let's just reverse. Derek.
Yeah, so Matt Ryan probably should have retired last year. This season he's been a statue of liberty in the pocket. He's getting hit on him like constantly. He's taking sacks left and right. He's not mobile. He can't throw as well as he used to. And to get replaced by a dude named Sam Ellinger, who how many people even know who Sam Ellinger is? Um, he's I think as a quarterback going to the Colts is just a place to die. Um, Philip Rivers went there, supposed to save the team. He didn't pan out. Carson Wentz went. He didn't pan out. Matt Ryan goes there. He's not going to pan out. I mean, he didn't pan out, and he's not going to be there next year as a starter, I don't believe. And if he is, hurrah, like I'll take Matt Ryan as the starter of the Colts as many years as they want to keep him. But yeah, I think he should retire last year.
All right. Carlos?
If it is his last year, I hope people remember him as Matty Ice and not for the Super Bowl incident. Because he, you know what I'm saying? Well, he won the MVP, led the league in touchdown one point. He was that guy. He was an elite quarterback. He was really in the conversation with Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers and them. It's just that things have never been able to go his way in like when it comes to closing the situation. And as Derek said, man, he's going to the quarterback graveyard now.
All right. Colton, finish it off.
I would say solid quarterback, borderline. Nah, I wouldn't say Hall of Famer. Just because I credit a lot of his success to having a lot of talent at wide receiver, mainly Julio Jones. Like there was a season where Julio should have won the MVP for how much he put up, and I think Matt Ryan solid, but without Julio, probably is more forgettable than he already is.
Okay. All right. Well, that's the end for this. Colton, you got any final words?
Yeah, I'll check out what I just took.
Looks good.
Fire. Might be more sauce on there, but got the sweet potatoes, all that. Y'all have a good night.
Don't turn your cam off.
All right.
All right, guys. So it's 54-52 right now. Right? The last one, I thought I'd make a little fun, right? I have 6 quotes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quotes, right? Remember these names. Dennis Rodman, Hakeem Olajuwon, Dwayne Wade, Dennis Rodman, I already said, Phil Jackson, and Dr. J. All right? 6 names. You got those names?
Nah, run him back. Run him back.
Dwayne Wade, Dennis Rodman, Phil Jackson, Paul Pierce, Dr. J, Hakeem Olajuwon.
Where did Paul Pierce come in? You didn't say that the first time.
Okay. I'll say the names one more time, all right? Phil Jackson, Dennis Rodman, Paul Pierce, Dwayne Wade, Hakeem Olajuwon, Dr. J. All right?
All right.
Who said this? LeBron is a great player, but it's not. Sorry. LeBron is a great player, but it's not a fair comparison. Jordan is simply far superior. Derek, you want the first guess? And
Say Phil Jackson.
We'll go back and forth until you guys get it right, and then we'll move to the next one.
All right, I'm gonna say Phil Jackson.
All right, Carlos.
I want to say Dennis Rodman.
All right, Derek.
I'm gonna say Hakeem Olajuwon.
It was Hakeem Olajuwon.
Whoa, okay.
All right. Bro, what the hell's going on? Hold on, sorry. All right. If LeBron was playing in the late 80s or early 90s, he'd be just an average player. Carlos, who said that?
All right, nah. I really think that was a Dennis quote.
That was Dennis Rodman.
I knew that one.
All right. I watch LeBron James, for example. He might travel every other time he catches the basketball. Derek, who said that?
Paul Pierce.
It was not Paul Pierce.
I want to say Dr. J.
It was not Dr. J.
Phil Jackson.
It was Phil Jackson. All right. Losing, flopping, and acting. It might be the greatest legacy of LeBron James. Has he ever done? It might be the greatest legacy LeBron James has done for the league. Carlos, who said that?
That might be a Paul Pierce one.
That was Paul Pierce. All right. If we're talking about who is the greatest player of all time, definitely LeBron is not the right answer. There is one and only guy deserved to be the GOAT. It's Michael Jordan.
You don't have to.
Derek, who said that?
Karl Malone.
No.
Was he in there?
He was not an option. Carlos, who said that?
I want to say Dr. J.
It was not Dr. J.
Dwayne Wade.
It was Dwayne Wade.
No way.
This is just these quotes somebody posted. I don't know when they were said or what, but all right. LeBron James is the guy who has led the charge in terms of super teams. He's out of GOAT conversation. Who said that, Carlos?
Oh, by process of elimination, this one has to be Dr. J.
It was Dr. J. But Derek's got the lead by 2 points still. So, you got any final words, Carlos? Came in second. Nothing to hang your hat on.
Nah, first time on the show, it was cool.
Derek, you won the game. Here's your 30 seconds. Talk about whatever you want.
Yeah, look, I just want to say with Christian not on here cheating, we got video proof of it. Yeah, I'm out here winning. No bias happening. It's all clean, fair gaming.
Carlos took your moment away.
Look, I'm back, and we in here. I'm a winner. I never lose. Straight up. It's always something happening. I'm a winner. PY out.
All right. Thanks, guys, for being on. But I